KXCI.
Y'all keeping cool? Trying to anyways. I live up by Portland, Oregon. This is exceptionally hot for me. This song takes place one night in 1989 outside of Louisville, Kentucky. You know, I saw this band that night that you might remember, the Grateful Dead. They were playing in Louisville, Kentucky that night, and they played a song by this band from where I'm from in Portland by the Kingsmen. So you might remember that song by the Kingsmen. Of course, it was Louie Louie. Ironically enough, the Grateful Dead, the one time in their 50-year history where they played that song, Louie Louie, they played it that night in Louisville, Kentucky. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just close your eyes with me for a second, you think about that song, Louie Louie, that's right, you got it. Now I want you to think about the Grateful Dead singing that song, Louie Louie. What you have right there is the single worst version of Louie Louie you ever heard in your whole damn life. But after the show, I was headed down south, and wouldn't you know, there was this dead head on the side of the road, and he needed a ride, and I was headed to Memphis. This is the story of what happened that night. This is called Hank and Jesus. South of Louisville, Kentucky, on I-65, I pulled into a rest stop before I pushed on through the night. I met this deadhead with a backpack, and man, I knew that guy. He asked if you're heading south, well, I could really use the ride. But I'm only on this interstate just as far as Bowling Green. Then I'm cutting west towards Memphis, where the blues don't treat you mean. And they drove the blue highways across Tennessee and back, and I don't recall not even once stopping for gas. He said, I know you won't believe me, but that's alright. I just wanted someone to talk with tonight. So I drove and he told stories, but they started sounding weird, like he'd been to Woodstock and never came back from there. He said friends of his were angels, and most of them were saints, except this one guy named Judas, who he swore had been framed. Well, he believed what he was saying, man, but me, I had my doubts. So I pulled off at this bar, hoping he might clear out. Then we drove blue highways across Tennessee and back, and I don't recall not even once stopping for gas. He said, I know you won't believe me, but that's alright. I just wanted someone to talk with tonight. Well, in the parking lot, he came clean. He said he was Jesus Christ. And I said, yeah, and I'm Hank Williams, man, and maybe you should drive. He said Hank was back with Audrey now, and they were doing fine. But you know that not one of us gets out of this world alive. So it's 100 miles to Memphis in the middle of the night, with those high beams searching for just a little light. Well, he said life is like this two-lane road, it's a crooked deal. I said she pulls a little to the left, Jesus, keep both hands on the wheel. And we drove the blue highways across Tennessee and back, and I don't recall not even once stopping for gas. He said, I know you won't believe me, but that's alright, 'cause I just wanted someone to talk with tonight. He said, I know you don't believe in me, but that's alright. 'Cause I just wanted someone to talk with tonight.